Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I feel like this hat is my new K-drama video hat. I don't know, I feel like it's giving those vibes. So of course I had to wear it for my next rating of K-dramas. And we've got a few that I've watched since the last video. You guys know, I literally love K-dramas. So I've got my list. First of all, I feel like rating K-dramas is really hard for me, rating things in general, because there's almost like I can see it very objectively, but then I also see it like how much I enjoyed it, and so I try to rate it based off of how much I enjoyed it. But I also feel like there's two 10 out of 10s, like 10 out of 10, enjoyed it 10 out of 10, and then also like this was like the best show ever 10 out of 10, which I've only had that with When Life Gives You Tangerines. That was like 10 out of 10, real 10 out of 10, if that makes sense. Okay, I think the last K-drama that I watched in the last one was It's Okay Not to Be Okay. And I think I was in the middle of it and I rated it kind of like 7 out of 10. I would say that's pretty accurate. I wanted to know how the story ended, but I feel like it was depressing, kind of. It was depressing, a little bit toxic and traumatic. And the beginning was more interesting, but then as it went throughout it was a little bit more boring. Just not like good vibes, which I like to watch K-dramas that make me feel really happy and like silly goofy. The next K-drama I watched after that was Dynamite Kiss, and I loved it so much. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 enjoyment. I loved the romance. I loved the storyline. I wasn't bored. It was funny. It made me giggle and laugh and just feel like, ooh, like what's gonna happen? Whatever the romance dynamic is and story is in that, like, that is what I like. Wow, it's been a while. I probably should make these more soon so that I actually like remember more and like have more notes to give. I don't remember if in the past I explained about these K-dramas. I probably did. Okay, Dynamite Kiss was kind of like this girl. Okay, girl and guy on an island, vacation kind of. He's there on business trip, she's there on vacation. And they kind of end up like fake dating, but then they actually like each other. And she kind of lies because she has been trying to get a job for so long and hasn't been able to. So she applies for this job. The only like requirement is that she has to be a mom of like a kid under the age of 3 or something like that. Her guy best friend actually has a kid, so she's like, I'll just say that she's married to him and that's her kid. When she gets hired, turns out the guy is actually the guy from the island, which she kind of ran away from because of an emergency at home. And then she gets hired and he's like, what? She's married and has a kid? So like the whole time there's kind of this like, oh, he likes her, but no, she's married, has a kid. And then she likes him, but has to be like, no, I'm supposedly married and have a kid. But it's really funny and I just like it. Can This Love Be Translated was about this guy. He's a translator, this actress girl, and they kind of create this reality TV show between this Korean actress and Japanese actor where to see if they'll like fall in love kind of, and they travel around the world. And then the translator guy is like, in both of their ears they have headphones and he's translating what they say. But the girl actress likes the guy, but he doesn't like her. But then it's like, maybe he will like her. The girl had this whole kind of like alter ego thing that I didn't really like. And the guy was also kind of like moody and kind of mean. So I didn't like that. But I love the main actor guy. I don't know his name, but I know he has a dimple. And he's actually in the K-drama I watched after that. Can This Love Be Translated? I give it 7 out of 10. Don't know if I already said that, but yeah, it was just a little bit too like depressing for me, but still was a little bit like interesting. Hometown Cha 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 with the same guy, and I loved his character so much. You know what? I don't know why I put 8 out of 10, but it's also kind of like 9 out of 10. It was 9 out of 10 fun, and the main character guy was so cute. Like his personality was so cute, and just the fact that he had dimples, I was just like, ugh. So cute. So I think more like 9 out of 10. The only reason I said 8 was because I feel like there was a lot of boring scenes that I didn't care about. Like kind of like the side characters, it would go into their story more, and I was just like bored by it. So that's the only reason I would say that. A Dentist Girl moves to a small town. She's like from the city, but she goes to a small town. She opens up a dentist. There's this guy there who he's like kind of unemployed, but also he does like every job ever and has all these certificates of things he's certified in. Always working hard, always super happy and smiley and just very cute. And at first they like kind of don't like each other, but yeah, it's really cute. And they both of the main characters have adopted. Then after that, Perfect Crown, also really good. I give that one 8 out of 10. I was highly entertained. It was like just a good, nice, basic K-drama, you know? Not anything like super crazy. Of course, like I love IU. All of these are romance, by the way, because that's what I like. Perfect Crown is about a prince guy. Is he a prince? I don't know. He's like not the main prince, but still royalty. And this girl who's like high up in society, but also she's like illegitimate or something like that. She owns a business, and in order to have like higher status, she makes an arranged marriage with the prince, but also they like went to high school together too. Then after that I watched Sold Out on You, which I gave a 9 out of 10 because that one was really entertaining. It was funny and goofy. It made me laugh. It also had I really liked the storyline at the same time. It's about this girl who has a television talk show where she promotes different products, and they're things that she really believes in. She ends up going to this farm, little small town, to investigate a product, and the guy works there. He's like kind of farm guy. She doesn't really know like exactly who he is, but he's there on the mushroom farm, whatever, and he is so mean to her the whole time. At first when I saw him, he was like helping everyone out in the town. He kind of reminded me of the guy in Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, except more like moody kind of. So at first he like really doesn't like this girl, and she's just trying to like do her job and get information, blah blah blah, but he's just like, leave this town. So that one's also a romance, and I did like the storyline, character development, and also different backstories behind the characters. Okay, then my Royal Nemesis. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It kind of reminded me of Dynamite Kiss in some ways. 10 out of 10. I loved it so much. I was highly entertained. I was like giggling the whole time. It was so cute, romancy. And I like when it's like, I don't know. Some K-dramas are very like, I guess maybe just very like PG in a way. I mean, and that's kind of like a cute thing about them. Like, oh, they don't even hold hands until like the last episode. Not the last episode, but like towards the end of the season, and then it's like, oh my gosh, you know? But yeah, my Royal Nemesis I really liked because it has like time travel aspects. So she's from the past and he's from the future, and somehow she gets like, she's like living in someone else's body or something. But yeah, she's like in the future, but the main guy is also like a guy from the past, so they're like, there's all these like connections between the past and future, but she's living in the future. And this guy's a business guy, and then I really like her character because she's just so like, go get him. She's very like big personality and is very entertaining and funny. So I really, really enjoyed that one. And it's kind of like enemies to lovers, I would say. And the one I'm currently watching, which was recommended to me by one of you guys, is Love Next Door, and I really like it. So far, I'd say 8 out of 10, but I definitely really like it. It's like childhood, not even really best friends. It's like their parents were best friends and they grew up together, guy and girl. They're both like 34, and she had been living away in the US, like super corporate job, super successful, and she was engaged, but then all of a sudden all that is no more, and she comes back home, and it's kind of like this mystery, like, why did the engagement get broken off? Why did she quit her job? The guy, he has his own business and everything, and they live next door to each other, and their windows are like right by each other. Anyway, so it's kind of cute. It's very like, it's not like enemies to lovers, but like they're friends, but also like kind of mean, playfully mean to each other. But it's pretty cute. Anyway, so that's my current one that I'm watching. I'm like halfway through it. I really like it. And anyway, so those are all of my K-dramas that I've watched up until now. Please give me recommendations. Like, seriously, a lot of these have been recommended by people in comments, and I actually watched them, and I'm like, thank you for recommending. especially since I deleted my other social medias. Like normally I'd like search that up, like what K-drama should I watch? But now it's probably just gonna be just up to you guys and Google, but I literally love K-dramas. Out of all these, my favorite one was probably My Royal Nemesis and Dynamite Kiss. Like, I mean, as you saw, 10 out of 10. They're just so, I just like whatever romance dynamic that was, I liked it, and I was just entertained. It's like actually the only ones that was like, ooh, butterflies. Well, actually, Hometown Cha 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 too, because the guy's so cute and has dimples, but yeah. So those are the K-dramas I watched. Let me know if you've seen them, what you think of them, and please give me recommendations because I don't have any after this. I just love K-dramas because they make me take life less seriously. And the other thing is I feel like there's this problem with people where they can't watch movies or shows now without getting on their phone. But because it's in Korean, like you have to pay attention to the subtitles. Not that that has been a problem for me, but just like maybe if you need to fix your attention span and just watch something. Yeah, they're really cute and fun. That's all of them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.